This is Great Chefs of France, featuring some of the country's top artisans from Rouen to Lyon, from Paris to Cannes. Welcome to a culinary tour of some of the world's preeminent dining destinations. This time from Cannes, Christian Weiler. From Salou, Bernard Boisseau. And also from Cannes, Francis Chavot.
After acquiring the famous La Côte d'Or, Bernard Boisseau renovated, including constructing a new kitchen. That kitchen has earned the energetic chef 3 Michelin stars. He published a cookbook in 1991 that won the Brillat Savarin Prize. His entree is roast squab with cabbage, served with foie gras. For this demonstration, we will revert to the direct translation of Marc Cosnard de Clazet.
Here's the pigeon. It's a strangled one. It's strangled. We don't bleed it. We want to keep the blood in the pigeon to make the sauce. It has to be strangled and not bled. We want all the blood inside. We make the sauce with all the blood of the pigeon when we press it. Here's the cabbage. Here we take the exterior. We take the leaves off. You take them off. Here's a foie gras, fresh one. This thick, and it's fresh. It's very important that it be this thick. If it's too thin, it'll cook too fast. If it's this thick, then it will cook well on the outside, and the center will be very fresh and tender. Juniper berries, which we're going to put in the sauce. These are chopped up onions. And here's some lard. The pepper, salt, and butter. Okay, here he's removing the outer leaves. We take off the center. We cut off the center of each leaf. We take them off. We don't want it. We throw it out. We don't want to eat it. Okay? There, like this. Then we cook in boiling salted water. We cook the leaves whole. We want to press on it to put it at the bottom of the water.
The cabbage is cooked for 5 minutes.
So after 5 minutes, we want to drain the cabbage leaves in cold water. We drain it, plunge it into cold water, ice cold water. We keep the color. We want to make sure to keep the color of the cabbage.
Throughout this demonstration, the chef was assisted by Patrick Bertrand.
Now we start with the pigeon. We put some goose fat, a little bit of goose fat. The pigeon's been seasoned on the inside, and you can see the liver, it stays inside. The liver has a lot of blood, and it's going to make some sauce. Season with pepper. And here the pigeon, when we cook some meat before putting it in the oven, you always have to start braising it on an oven, on the top of the stove top. We want to make sure it is all nicely colored on the outside before putting it in the oven to roast. Take some of the julienne and some of the cabbage leaves, and we set the other ones aside, which we're going to heat up in some butter. with onions and lardons, onions and lard, which has been already fried, which we add to the cabbage. We want these to all be crunchy. So mix it well. Taste it. The salt. Now the pigeon is all nicely browned. We put it in the oven. For 5 minutes. 100 to 120 degrees centigrade for 5 minutes. The pigeon's in the oven. Now we are going to stuff the cabbage. First, we put some saran wrap. Here's the stuffing, which we wrap the other cabbage leaves around. And we close it all up with the saran wrap, and we tighten it very tightly. Here's the pigeon, which has been in there for 5 minutes. No. So here the pigeon is out of the oven, but it's not cooked yet. It's not completely cooked. We haven't left it in 5 minutes. Now we're going to take off the thighs, the drumsticks and the fillets, and which we're going to finish later on this in the frying pan, and we'll do it on the skin side to make it crunchy. We'll keep the casserole with the juices.
The pigeon pieces go into a saucepan and are cooked some more on top of the stove.
And then the skin always down. Just when the pigeon is cooked, the skin will be very crunchy. So here's how we make the sauce. This is very important. We take the carcass, which inside has all the blood. We're going to put a little bit of water into it, just a drop. Use this pestle and crush up the whole carcass to get all the blood out. Wait, you didn't prepare any sauce? Did you prepare any sauce? You prepare it? There's the blood of the squab. With a little, we added some juniper berries. And then we reduce it, turning it, and we cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes so it thickens, the blood will thicken.
The foie gras is browned just before presentation.
There it is, the stuffed cabbage. It's green, it's beautiful, it's natural. We put the sauce, which is just, remember, it's just the blood and some juniper berries, and then we strained it. And there's the roast pigeon with the blood sauce, and we put a little bit of salt flour on top, just a little bit. That gives it really crunchy. We love it. There you go.